Hello my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are good and safe. First of all, sorry for the late upload of the video. So as we all know, in my previous video we discussed about what is electric field lines, and along with that we discussed some of its properties. So as we all know, electric field lines are the imaginary lines, or you can say imaginary path along which a unit positive charge is supposed to move. So in that way we can define what is electric field lines. If you talk about the properties of electric field lines, and if you refer some other books, you will find there are so many properties of electric field lines were discussed. Such as, if you see, the first property, again some property I like to discuss here. Here the property of electric field lines is electric field lines are always perpendicular to the surface of a charged conductor. Yes, this is also one kind of a property. As we all know, electric field lines are starts from positive charge and terminate end to the negative charge. As they start from positive charge, they always start perpendicular to the surface, like this. They always start perpendicular to. If you're talking about the termination of the charge towards the negative, then the electric field lines are like goes perpendicular to the surface. They come perpendicularly, they just goes perpendicular to the charge conductor. So this is one kind of a property. Electric field lines are always perpendicular to the surface of a charged conductor. So this is one kind of a property. And if you talk about some other properties such as we all know, electric field lines never passes through the conductor. As we all know that it is one kind of a property. Electric field lines are never passes through the conductor. But if we talk about the insulator, electric field lines are passes through the insulator. If you talk about insulator, electric field lines passes through the insulator. Okay, insulator, or you can also it called as dielectric. Okay, so electric field lines are passes through the insulator. So this is one kind of a property. And other, if you see other properties, if you see the number of electric field lines, around the charge is directly proportional to the magnitude of the charge. Yes, this is also one kind of an important property of electric field lines. As the charge has more magnitude, then as we know, the charge has more magnitude means the electric field around the charge becomes very strong, and such strong electric field is represented by drawing more number of electric field lines around it. So the number of electric field lines around the charge is directly proportional to its magnitude. So this is kind of this is also one kind of a property of the electric charge. Sorry, a property of electric field lines. Okay, and the next property, if you see, the electric field lines are never forms a closed loop. Okay, so here you need to understand, if you take a magnet, surrounding a magnet there is a magnetic field, and to represent the magnetic field will again use the concept of lines of forces. That is, in the case of magnetic field we use, or we can say a magnetic field is represented by drawing a magnetic lines of forces or magnetic field lines surround the magnet. So in the case of a magnet, if we talk about the magnetic field lines are just a closed loop. As we all know, there are two poles to the magnet, north pole and south pole. So if you draw a magnetic field lines surround a charge, then it is just a loop which is passing from north to south pole. It is just a closed loop. But in the case of electric field, if you see, the electric field lines are never forms a closed loop. Okay, they are just starts from positive charge and end to the negative charge. That's it. They never forms a closed loop. So this is one kind of a property of electric field lines. Okay, and if you talk about the last property, it is like this. If the electric field lines are like this, If the electric field lines are well separated and they are parallel to each other, then such a representation is called as uniform electric field. Okay, so here if you see these 2 points A and B, these 2 points, the electric field strength at these 2 points are same. Why? Because this is the uniform electric field. So this kind of representation is an uniform electric field representation. Here at any point electric field strength is same. So if the electric field lines are well separated and parallel to each other, such representation indicates there is an uniform electric field. Okay, so this is one kind of a property. And next if you see, if the electric field lines are well separated but not parallel to each other like this, then such electric field lines representation indicates there is a non-uniform electric field. So if you consider the 2 points A and B in such field, the electric field strength at these 2 points are different, they are not same. So where the electric field lines are close, at that point electric field is more, and where the electric field lines are well separated, the electric field strength is less there. So if such representation is there, it indicates a non-uniform electric field. Okay, I hope you understand this, some properties of again electric field lines. Okay, now let us move towards our today's topic, that is what is electric dipole. Now in this session let us try to understand what is meant by electric dipole. Okay, so let's start. So what is electric dipole? So let us try to understand. First I will give the definition of this, and let us try to understand what is electric dipole. Now the definition of electric dipole goes like this. Electric dipole is a pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. So is known as electric dipole. So as you see the term electric dipole, the electric dipole, these terms is related with electric charges. And here the dipole indicates the charges of two polarity. Dipole, two poles, two polarity, the charges of two polarity. So if you see the definition, it is a pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance known as electric dipole. In this way we can define electric dipole. Now let us try to understand what exactly meant by electric dipole. Okay, so we just refer once definition. If you see the definition, electric dipole is a pair of equal and opposite charges. So it is a pair of equal and opposite charges. So it means it consists of one positive charge and one negative charge. So it is a pair of equal and opposite charges. So it consists of two charges of opposite polarity. It consists of two charges of opposite polarity. One is positive, one is negative. And as I am saying from the definition, it is a pair of equal and opposite charges. Equal in sense what? Equal in sense both charges should have same magnitude. Okay, that is the meaning. Means what? If one negative charge is of magnitude, suppose if negative charge has a magnitude of minus 5 microcoulomb, then the positive charge also must have a magnitude of plus 5 microcoulomb. That is the meaning. Both should have the same magnitude. That is nothing but an electric dipole. Okay, so as from the definition you can see, it is a pair of equal and opposite charges. Equal in sense they should have same magnitude. It is not like if suppose negative charge has minus 5 microcoulomb and positive charge has plus 4 microcoulomb. It is not like that. Because see, electric dipole has its own a particular definition. So we should follow that. It has a standard definition. According to that, electric dipole is designed. So as I am saying, it is a pair of equal and opposite charges. So it consists of two charges of opposite polarity, positive and negative. Both should have the same magnitude. That is the condition. Both should have a same magnitude. If they have a different magnitude, then it is doesn't called as a dipole. Okay. Now let us talk about its distance. So from the definition, as I am saying, the distance between the two charges is a small distance. So as from the definition, it is a pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. Now Small distance means how much? So here the distance between these two dipole is taken as 2a. And why I'm taking like this? Why I'm taking the distance between the two charges as 2a? So it is very easy to understand why I'm taking 2a here. As we know, there are two charges of equal magnitude and opposite polarity. Then which kind of force must exist between them? It is obviously an attractive force. If these two charges having a same magnitude and opposite polarity, then the force exists between them is an attractive force. If such two charges are bring close and placed in some space, what happens? They just try to attract. And at which point they supposed to meet? If these two charges are placed in a free space close to each other, what happens? They just attract and they meet at a special point, and that point is there at line joining, the center of the line joining between the charges. So if these two charges are placed in a space, they're supposed to meet at that special point, because there is an attractive force, and the force, electrostatic force, is a mutual force. They'll attract. One body attract another body, and another body also attract that first body. So it is a mutual force. So if these two charges are placed in space, they're supposed to meet at the center of the line joining between the charges. Means they'll meet at the center point. Okay. So this is the line joining the charges, and that is the center of the charges. And with respect to the center, if you see the distance of negative charge and positive charge, if you consider, it is taken as A and A. So with respect to center, what is the distance of positive charge and negative charge? It is A and A. They have the same distance. It is the center. Okay. So in some books you will may find it is L. So distance between with respect to center, the distance may taken as L in some other books. I am taking as A. So the total distance becomes 2a. So therefore the distance between the dipole I am taken as 2a. Okay, so with respect to center, if you measure, the distance between the two charges are equal, which is A and A. Therefore the total distance between the charges I am taking as 2a. So I hope you understand. Electric dipole is a pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance 2a. That is an electric dipole. Okay. So this forms an electric dipole. Okay. Now let us try to understand some terms related with the electric dipole. So such a terms as what is electric dipole moment and what is dipole length. So these are some terms which is related with the electric dipole. So now let us try to understand that. What is meant by dipole length and what is meant by dipole moment. Okay. So as I am saying, the distance between the two charges is taken as 2a, and this is there the 2a. This 2a is called as dipole length. The length between the dipole, or the length of the dipole, or the distance between the two charges is called as a dipole length, which is taken as 2a. Okay, this is a dipole length, the distance between the dipole. And now what I am talking about? Now I am saying what is electric dipole moment. Now what is that? What is electric dipole moment? So let us try to understand in a simple way what is electric dipole moment. So basically how we can define the electric dipole moment as like this. So electric dipole moment is nothing but it is a product of magnitude of one of the charge and the distance between the two charges is known as electric dipole moment. So in this way we can define electric dipole moment. So there might be a question like what is electric dipole moment. So in this way we can define it is a product of magnitude of any one charge and the distance between the charges. It is known as electric dipole moment, denoted by the symbol P. So as you can see, it is a vector quantity. I am just put an arrow mark over the P. So it is a vector quantity. Electric dipole moment is a vector quantity. Okay. So what is electric dipole moment? It is denoted by P. So P is equal to Q into 2A. So as I am saying, it is a product of magnitude of any one charge. So as we know, according to the definition of electric dipole, both should have same magnitude. If both should have same magnitude, then just take any one magnitude of any one charge, because both have same. Take any one charge. So it is a product of magnitude of any one charge, which is q, into the distance between them, distance between the dipole. This forms electric dipole moment. P is equal to q into 2a. So in this way you can represent it in vector form. P vector is equal to q cross 2a. In this way we can represent electric dipole moment. So as I am saying, electric dipole moment is an vector quantity. So if it is a vector quantity, it should have a specific direction. Now let us talk about the direction of electric dipole moment in a dipole. So if you consider a dipole like this, it consists of two charges, positive charge and negative charge, separated by a small distance. Okay. So electric dipole moment, as I am saying, it is a vector quantity. So the direction of the electric dipole moment is from this negative charge towards the positive charge. So likewise, the direction of electric dipole moment. So basically, the direction of the electric dipole moment P in physics, it is from negative charge to positive charge. So basically, it is a confusion factor for you, but don't need to get confused. But why? Because if you talk about electric dipole in chemistry, the electric dipole moment is taken as from positive to negative. Likewise, they will take. But in physics, we will take the electric dipole moment direction is from negative to positive in physics. But in chemistry, if you see, the direction of the electric dipole moment is from positive to negative. So there is a reason why in chemistry it is positive negative, you will find there. But in physics, it is from negative charge to positive charge. So the electric dipole moment in physics is directed towards from negative towards to positive charge. And why like this? Okay, let us try to understand this question. Why the electric dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge? So in physics we have a simple idea about it. We'll have the answer of this, why I am taking the electric dipole moment from negative to positive. I have the answer for this. And what is the answer? So it is quite simple. Basically, some standard are referred here to get the direction of electric dipole, which is from negative to positive. And what is that standard reference? So it is simple one. So just what we have to do is consider a dipole. Consider this dipole having negative charge and positive charge like this. Okay. So this dipole placed in uniform electric field. What we do is take some dipoles like this, take some dipoles and placed in uniform electric field like this. So this is a uniform electric field. As we know, electric field lines from positive charge and go to the negative charge. So in between that there is a uniform electric field. So in that electric field, place dipoles, some dipoles in a random arrangement, in a random manner in the electric field. What happened? What happened after some times? See, as dipole consists of two charges equal and opposite polarity, what happened after some times? The negative charge of the dipole experiences the force away from the electric field. As we know, electric field lines from positive charge to negative charge. So the negative charge of the dipole experiences the electrostatic force towards what? Towards the positive charge, means opposite in the direction of the electric field. The negative charge experiences the force opposite to the direction of the electric field. And similarly, the positive charge of the electric dipole experiences the force in the direction of the electric field, because the electric field lines goes to the negative. So positive charge experiences the force in the direction of the electric field. So after some times what happens, as I put some dipoles and place in a random arrangement in a uniform electric field, after some times what happens, all the electric field lines aligned parallelly to the direction of the electric field. Now it looks like this. So electric field lines aligns parallel to the direction of electric fields. So as negative charge experiences the force away from the electric field and positive charge experiences the force towards the direction of the electric field. Now if you see the dipole like this, what is the direction of the electric field is nothing but the direction of the electric dipole moment. So if the dipole is arranged like this in a uniform electric field, the direction of the electric field is taken as the direction of the electric dipole moment, like this. Okay, I hope you understand this. Therefore, the direction of the electric dipole moment is taken from negative to positive. That indicates the direction of the electric field when the dipole is placed in uniform electric field. That indicates the direction of the electric field. So, the direction of the electric field is nothing but the direction of the electric dipole moment, which is from negative to positive. Likewise, I hope you understand this one, why the direction of the electric dipole is from negative to positive. Okay, now as I am saying, it is a vector quantity and the formula of electric dipole moment is P is equal to Q into 2A. Now let us try to understand what is the SI unit of the electric dipole moment. So as we know, the electric dipole moment is Q into 2A. So the SI unit of electric dipole moment is Q, as Q is a charge and 2A is a distance. The SI unit of electric dipole moment is coulomb meter, and the unit of charge is coulomb and the unit of distance is meter. So in SI system, the electric dipole moment is coulomb meter. And if you see in CGS system, if you consider, the unit of electric dipole moment is stat coulomb centimeter. Yes, stat coulomb centimeter. It is a unit of electric dipole moment in CGS system, and this is also called as dBA. This is also called as dBA, denoted by capital D. And if you see a conversion factor like this, here 1 dBA is nothing but 10 to the power minus 18 stat coulomb centimeter. 1 dBA is nothing but 10 to the power minus 18 stat coulomb centimeter, or this value is approximately equal to 3.33 into 10 to the power minus 30 coulomb meter in SI system. So these are the some units of electric dipole moment. So I hope you got a clear idea that what is electric dipole and what is electric dipole moment, what is electric dipole length. Okay, so I hope you understand this well. If you have any doubt or any query, you can just comment below my video if you have any doubt. Okay, so this is all about electric dipole and some terms related with the electric dipole. Okay, so next class, let us try to understand what happens when the electric dipole is placed in uniform electric field. Okay, what happens? Let us try to understand that. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, just share with your all friends, and if you didn't subscribe yet, then just subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you.